Yeah, they're playing. Who they playing? Magic.
Are they? Yeah. Wait, are they playing the Magic tonight?
I think so.
Hmm. Oh, I'm about to tear some shit up. I'm like,
What?
that picture ain't supposed to be landing like that. Ah,
50.
fellas. So how y'all feeling?
I'm good, man.
Hey, this is a pre-show. This is where you do all your fix-ups and all types of
Yeah,
shit.
you got
Like,
you. That's where you get right.
yeah, you get your bloopers all set. I mean, well, you get your
Something like
bloopers
that.
in right. You get your bloopers in right now.
Only one bloopers is you.
Shit, there'll be
Hey.
bloopers. There'll be bloopers in the live show. Never mind the pre-show.
All right,
Oh
let
man.
me send this message to the Facebook world.
What y'all got going on this weekend?
Nothing,
Uh,
thankfully, man.
yeah, I got to rest, man. I was talking about it. I seen a post on Instagram talking about if you don't rest, your body will make you rest, and
Mm-hmm.
I felt my
Hey,
body start to tell me to sit my ass down, so I'm sitting my ass down.
yo, you seen what it did to me a couple years ago? I'm at what
Yeah,
was it? What was it? It was the OTL fucking banquet. I fucking walked outside. I think I had 2 drinks the whole time we were there. I had one when I first got there, and then I probably got one a little bit later on that afternoon. All I remember is walking into Slade's and passing out. Next thing you know, the ambulance coming, people throwing water on me. Like, nah, overuse of the body, man. I'm doing too much.
yeah.
You gotta slow
Rest
down, man.
is
Take care of yourself.
And Kamani, you got one job, but you doing like 3 jobs in one. I'm like, shit. Then you got daddy duty, trying to
yeah,
play basketball. That's a whole lot.
yeah. Chasing around a 2-year-old after work is crazy,
Yeah.
especially with my job and freaking trying to kill us lately. So
Hmm.
Yeah, this is wild.
yeah, we gotta
Yeah.
start taking care of ourselves, man. I went to a funeral for a dude I grew up with. Real name Stephen Richardson. He goes by Lord Guinness musically.
Hmm.
He passed away. I think it was due to heart problems. I know he had a mild heart attack earlier in the summer or something, but he started taking care of himself and stuff like that. But you know, health problems, man. We gotta start taking care of ourselves for real.
Mm-hmm. 100%. 100%. I think the way it's set up is like we find ourselves running and running so often that the little time we have, we don't want to put towards some of those things. You know what I mean? Like Payne's working, the father, playing ball. Like the little time you got, all you can do is lay down and go to sleep. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But we gotta be mindful of our health and well being. So we gotta find time. Like I have all the time in the world. Just got into this lazy spell where I just was like, oh, I'll do it tomorrow. And tomorrow never come. And I got everything here at the crib. I don't gotta go nowhere. You know what I mean? So it's really no excuse for me. I just gotta go downstairs and turn on the light.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So even saying it out loud is like crazy because it's like, yeah, I know I need to do it. Just need to just get the mindset to get it done and get it done. That's it.
Yeah.
A lot of it is diet too. Like I love food, but there's certain stuff we just can't be eating a bunch of or like eating all the time. Like you know what I mean? So there's a lot of stuff that needs to be cut down. Like, and I always say I'm gonna do it like for the holiday season or after the
Mm-hmm.
holiday season, but discipline is being able to do it during the holiday season too. So I need to
Yeah.
really buckle down and change that.
Yeah. Ever since we started doing the marathons, I've been on like a weight, well, just a diet type plan and whatnot. Shit. Now for lunch, I do salads. I never cared to do salads. I don't know what made me start, but it was just, hey, well, actually, I do know what made me start. People my age just falling off. So it's just like, so be it. Like I shredded all the way down, lost a lot of weight. Some of that was due to stress, you know. But it was just like, let me get in the gym a little bit. Let me do some in-house workouts. Started a push-up challenge with my guys, 1,000 push-ups within 7 days, and we do that weekly. So in my little group, our little basketball team group, everybody's updating. 250 of 1,000 and stuff like that. Right now I'm at 450. I'm gonna do 200 tonight. I'll get those rest knocked off by Sunday and whatnot, because the guys definitely going to check in and whatnot. But the diet, I probably I cut out a lot of the greasy food. I did have fried chicken this week and it didn't taste right. Something got to give because I need my chicken.
It don't gotta be
Um,
fried though.
it doesn't. My salads always consist of a baked chicken and well grilled chicken, but I don't know. I can't get rid of my fucking fried chicken. Like I gotta get my taste buds back when it comes to that. But yeah, definitely had to change some shit up. Definitely had to change some shit up.
You know
You
what
know.
sucks? Like, there's no salad bars like that. Remember, salad bars were like a thing in like the '80s or in like I think part of the '90s.
Yep.
Like, it wasn't just Lambert's. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
or because when you order a salad from like a restaurant or like a sub shop even or whatever, it's always that iceberg lettuce, which ain't shit. It's just basically water.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like places that actually have like a good base, like a kale or baby spinach. I got a
Spinach, yeah.
love-hate relationship with baby spinach, but we ain't gonna get into that. But like there's not a lot of places like that. You got Sweet Green, they have like kale. I don't think they have baby spinach base. It's been
I
so long
haven't
since
seen
I've
it.
been here. And then you got Lambert's where you can go and make your own. And Lambert's, I think, is leaving soon. I think they sold that land, so Lambert's might not be there too much longer.
Oh yeah.
You mean the one in
Yeah,
Morrissey?
I've been hearing that.
Multi Boulevard.
Yeah, I've been hearing that for like the past 2 years. They sold that land over there, so
Wow.
make sure
That's
y'all go
crazy.
and enjoy you some Lambert's while you can, because I go every Sunday after my game and grab my salad to watch football.
Let me throw a quick shout out to my man Lambo. He's the little redheaded troll looking dude that's at all the hood parties. He's the only white guy I know we invite to the cookout. He's at every basketball tournament. He plays in a couple of our tournaments. I know y'all seen him. His beard is like huge. He looked like a little troll, but we call him Lambo. He's one of the Lambert's kids and whatnot. So he's always over there.
Oh, okay.
About 30. He about 35 and whatnot. But yeah, I gotta give him a shout out. But damn, I didn't know that. Like, I did not
Yeah,
know they sold their land. That's a lot.
I think the one in Norwood is gone already, isn't it?
I don't know. I don't go out to those areas like that.
Yeah, I'm hardly.
I feel like it might still be there. I drove by the other day, but I've never been to that one. But I've
Yeah,
seen it.
I've never been inside that one, so but yeah, I go there every Sunday after my games. Like, I gotta have that Lambert salad because they got a good variety of stuff to put on your salad. And quiet
Yeah.
as kept, the hot food bar that they have, they be having good food over there. And then like they have prepackaged fruit cups. I get from there, and then they have the buffalo chicken salad. Bomb. So Maine said it's not closed, the one in Norwood. So
Yeah. Okay.
but yeah, I definitely enjoy a good salad that I don't have to freaking have iceberg lettuce as the base. Get that shit the fuck out of here.
It's funny, you were talking about these salad chains, and I remember one specifically. I'm not sure if it was on this side of the town, but when I used to visit my grandmother in LA, there was this place called Super Salad, and that's all you got. There's one or the other. I mean, you can get both, but it was like nothing else on the menu. It was either Super
Man,
Salad,
it's
or like an
it's
open
funny we
salad
talking
bar.
about salad, boy. Just tossing salad, boy. This is gonna be interesting, boy.
Oh,
I can't. All right, let me grow up.
I remember that place. It used to be in the corner mall, one of them, I believe.
In the corner mall?
Super Salad, right? You said
Like,
the
yeah.
name of the place? Yeah, there used to be one. I know there definitely used to be one at Downtown Crossing for sure. I can't
what,
remember.
Yeah, it
like when
was.
you walk in right to the left hand side?
I believe so.
Maybe.
And it was spelled super, like SOUPER
Yeah.
salad.
Yep. I
Yeah.
remember that place. I never got there from there because when you're younger, you ain't thinking about, I don't want no
Nah.
damn soup. I don't want no salad. But
None of
now
that.
I'd appreciate a place like that. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
I enjoy a good soup. Speaking of soups, Maine, what we getting for the next soup Sunday? Because it's definitely that season. So yeah, I enjoy a good soup now, but
Yeah.
that's what Lambert's needs. To add a soup bar there, that would be good.
Mm.
Damn, I'm getting hungry talking about this shit.
You know what? I think I might do my beef stew at your house. You got a crock pot there, or do I got to bring one?
Shit, I think I got 2 crock pots. I don't even use them.
Yeah, I think I might come there early because I got to start just at least 4 hours ahead of time. Because crock pots, them shits take forever in a day. And I keep mine on high, and that shit be like 3.5 hours. It just be getting done.
Yeah, but that should be happening. I went to one lady's I went to a lady's house, and I believe I told y'all about this. I went to a customer's house at work, and I walk in. I'm like, yo, something smells good, but it smells like something's missing.
Yep.
Like, if salt and pepper did a crime, they would have got smooth away because there wasn't a trace of that shit. It smelled like no seasoning, but whatever they was
But
cooking.
how do you not? I mean, salt and pepper. There's no smell to salt and pepper.
But you can smell when something ain't seasoned.
Yeah.
I was just saying salt and pepper in general, but you can definitely smell when something ain't got no seasoning. There was not a lick of seasoning.
I don't know. I ain't never been in those. I ain't never been in any type of house
That was
like that.
The best, blandest smelling, whatever the hell they was having. I don't even know what it was, but crock pots will have your house smelling great, man.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that Friendsgiving, the first Friendsgiving I had when I first met Nina.
Yeah.
She brought what's that Spanish pork shoulder, pernil.
Pernil,
yeah. And she started, like, it was already still warm, but she plugged it in and started to reheat it. Oh my God, house was smelling great.
Yeah, she done got married and forgot about us. Actually, she ain't married, but you know.
Nah, she ain't married. She just moved to Atlanta. She'll be back.
Yeah.
She just works a lot because that home ownership requires you to have extra money coming in. You know what I mean?
Steady.
Definitely.
Moved down there, bought a house. You know what I mean?
That's what's up.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's up, man. Shout out to Nina.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I met her as a student at BU years ago, like over 10 years ago and whatnot. Like, yeah, she used to work with me in Maine for a while.
Yeah, we gotta go back to Atlanta, man. I gotta get to Atlanta Breakfast Club. I was thinking about them waffles the other day. Oh my God. With the peach syrup. Oh.
Come on and get the fuck out of here.
Yo, that shit was bomb, man. That was probably the best.
Go back down there whenever, man.
Yo, for real. I definitely need to. It's been a while. I haven't been to I haven't been to a lot of spots. I really haven't been off the East Coast other than I went on a cruise to Cozumel years ago. But I haven't been off the East Coast much, and I like Atlanta, but I love Miami.
Yeah, I've never been to Miami.
It's a good spot. I like it.
Mm.
I love the weather. The women are gorgeous. You know what I mean? Like the city itself is dope. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
it's nice down there for sure.
Yeah,
the sports teams suck, but you know,
yeah,
they.
yeah. Their fans were cheering for us. Like I think their fans only come there to see the other teams.
Yeah, in those cities like Miami and Atlanta, yeah, it's about the vibe. It's not about their team like that.
Yeah,
So
that shit's crazy. But fellas, it's about that time.
Yeah, man.
sir.
Hey yo, Donut White, no muzzle. Sparring Minds live every Friday. Let's go. Look, it's Sparring Minds. If you don't know the name, look us up. You know it's all facts when you got Chef Maine cooking up a couple of brothers who know all about the struggle. Black excellence, you know we just work hard and hustle. Whenever you want that urban talk, you know we keep it real. Mr. Maritime on the mic. Yeah, you know the deal is real life. Hotel High Tower bringing you the feel. DJ Payne, keep it 100. Matter of fact, keep it a mill. Let's go.
Episode 89. Chuck saying, "Come to Carolina." Yeah, I got to make my way down there, man. I keep hearing good things, so definitely got to make my way down there. I got to make my way to South Carolina. I don't, not to get distracted. We're on a food tangent, but I don't know if y'all remember a few years back, two black dudes was on the Steve Harvey show with some stuffed wings. They were called Too Fat to Fly. The wings were stuffed with, like, they had fried chicken stuffed with macaroni and cheese and collard greens.
How?
I can see it.
Don't ask me.
That's crazy.
I can see it.
That, you want to talk about some big activities, man? I'm partaking in that if I ever get a chance.
Yeah, they cooked the chicken first though, sliced it open. I think I know.
Yeah, but
I get it.
The wings got to be a certain size to even, like, it don't sound like it's possible. Obviously it is, but
yeah, because Steve told him, he was like, "I better not bite into this chicken and taste no damn macaroni and cheese and collard greens." And he did. He got up and slapped him in the back of the head like, "You lost your damn mind." That was some black shit. He ain't never lied. I was like, "Yeah,
That's some fat boy shit right there.
Yo, I'll be a fat boy all day." Shit.
That's some fat boy shit. Whoever thought of that was definitely on weed. It definitely was getting high. I mean, we mix that shit together anyway, so it's like whatever. Why not?
Yeah.
no, we eat it together, but we don't eat it together. There's a difference.
Right.
You got to rotate, man.
Yeah. So what we talking about tonight, fellas?
So before we get into it, man, shout out to Maine, shout out to Hustle.
Yes, sir.
Do I need to put a disclaimer out here? What I say or anything does not. Oh, okay.
We will be sure to make that disclaimer when you do.
Yeah, we're all right.
Okay.
Notice I said
All right.
when you do, because we know.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, shout out to those fellas, man. They got some things going on, so we'll catch up with those guys next week. So tonight we're talking about, liberation of our people, man. Like, and I'm always saying, everybody can't go, but this is one of them conversations where, I might look like a hypocrite because in this case we're talking about bringing everybody with us. But yeah, essentially the topic of, Black liberation, man, as the title says. And, I think today we're going to discuss, who belongs in these in these liberation conversations. I think when it comes to these type of conversations among our community specifically, there's usually a divide. We think it's not everybody don't deserve it. And, and the fact is everybody does. We got to get on one accord so that it makes sense. You know what I mean?
You sure everybody does? Because some niggas do not deserve to go.
Well, yeah. And I like to put the disclaimer out there. There's a saying that me and my boys have, And let's define. Let me say the saying first. I love black people, but I hate niggas.
Yeah, niggas cannot come.
Yes, and by nigga, you know what niggas is like. Ignorant, nowhere ass, no value, no morality, motherfuckers. Those motherfuckers cannot.
Yeah.
Put them
When
on
you
the
said
shuttle.
ignorant, I was like, wait, you running down my lane, but then you tailed off, and I was like, all right, okay, I got you.
No,
I mean,
they're on the list with Trump,
Yeah.
the scam callers that call me every fucking day, and the Toyota drivers to put on the shuttle and launch into the sun. Get them the fuck out of here.
well, I think I get what you're saying, and there's a community of those folks that I kind of give grace to because they're conditioned based on the system that we were put through. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna get too deep into that per se. However, you got black folks and you got black folks that are down for the cause, and then you got a group of black folks that don't care for the cause and are actively working against the cause.
Yeah.
Those are people we don't want to deal with.
Yeah,
Because they're hindering everybody else from doing what we need to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's the latter. Those are the people I
Yeah.
love black people. I hate niggas, and that's the people we love right there. Like, nah, y'all can't come.
Yeah. Shout out to my man James Hill. We gotta get you on here.
100%. Good brother. Good
Yeah,
brother.
definitely. You can come, James. You can come.
100%. So let's define what liberation is, man. And I mean, it's not just in the sense of legal freedom. I mean, like it's economic, it's social, it's cultural. You know what I mean? Like, what does that look like to y'all? And I got like a rash or something on my arm. It's killing me. I don't know where it came from.
Liberation for me is just freeing yourself of any hindrance, really, like whether it's financial hindrance, like being one of those people that live check to check. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Once you free yourself from that, you educate yourself financially and you're able to free yourself from having to live check to check or hand to mouth or as the saying goes or whatever it is. Financial liberation, I think, solves a lot of things. Not everything, for sure, but it does solve a lot of things.
Yeah, I agree to that, man. I feel like, and this is just lack of information, lack of education in some of these instances, especially when it comes to economic liberation, because we weren't taught how to properly manage money. There's a bar that Jay said about the streets raising the spenders' money. The streets schooled us to spend our money's foolish. Born with jewelers and watch for intruders from intruders. So it's like we are a representation of what we saw, and we didn't see people managing money. I don't want to say the right way, but for a lack of another way, like we didn't see people doing it the right way, or we didn't see enough of them doing it the right way.
Yeah,
The few that were doing it the right way were looked at differently. We were looking at the guys that were making it in bulk, but they weren't necessarily managing it properly.
Yeah.
Street guys, athletes, you know what I mean? Stuff like that.
Yeah. I think that's where the misconception of a lot of people that wear their money, they, you know what I mean, look rich. Like I remember years ago, my daughter said something about looking rich or something like that. I'm like, what does that mean? She's like, have a nice North Face and all this. I'm like, people that are rich don't care. Like you wouldn't even know. They'd probably have on $1,000 jacket. And
I mean, you see Jordan. Jordan got like the Jordache long jeans on and some bullshit. Like you. Listen,
probably $5,000.
Listen, like they don't look like. I mean, yeah, they not like the niggas. That's all here with all the labels on and really ain't got too much going for themselves. But yeah, The rich people, they walk right by you all day long. Like, matter of fact, the people that brought the Celtics, they look poor as shit. When I first seen them on TV, they look poor as shit. I was like, they brought the Celtics?
But that's the thing. Like, rich people don't wear their money.
Yeah, they don't.
You know what I mean? Like, actual people that have real money don't wear their money. Chuck's saying the people in the hood who y'all are trying to leave are the ones who need financial liberation. Some of them don't. You know what I mean? Like, that's where the saying, I love black people, but I hate niggas. The niggas are the people that don't want it. Those are the people that just want to sit and they think the way they're living now, like in the hood, is the only way they want. All right, then stay your ass here. I'm not bringing you with me if you don't want to go. I'm not doing that.
That goes back to the next point.
Yeah.
About liberation is removing people from where they don't want to be, but if they want to be there, you know what I mean? Like,
right, stay your ass here.
Don't save her that she don't want to be saved. Remember that?
Yeah.
So I think the same idea. I think the same idea applies to that.
There's plenty of people I've tried to like help and teach like certain stuff that I've learned to get to a better place than where I would have been. I can't learn. All right, then stay your ass here. And some people don't come out and flat out and say they don't want to learn. They show you. You know what I mean? Like, you can tell when somebody's not serious about some shit. Like, I will back away when the first sign I see of someone not being serious. I'm not.
Yeah, you check out. You check out. I'm the same way.
Now, how do you know they're not serious, or if they're just not? What's the word? Because you know a lot of people are very prideful, where they don't even they don't ask questions because they don't want to seem.
It depends on the setting for me.
Yeah.
Like, I get the prideful piece, right? So if you're in a group of people, you never want to come across or look like the weakest guy in the room, right? However, you know, if you read the room enough and you see that, it shouldn't be anything to pull somebody aside afterwards and say, hey, you know, you seemed a little interested in learning more about this thing. You know, do you have any other questions? You know, some people learn better with less people around, which is, I don't know, interesting to say the least, but it's a thing. Like you said,
no,
it's
definitely.
true, but
yeah, or like it's case by case. Like my pops taught me that a long time ago too. Like, if you're serious about something and someone's supposed to teach you something and you don't hear from them, you get on them about it. You know what I mean? Like, when I first started playing basketball in high school, I wanted to become better. You know what I mean? Like, I never played before. I was shooting jump shots like a chest pass. I reached out to my coach. Like, I called him on a Saturday. Like, we weren't even in season. I called him on a Saturday, not in season. Like, I want to work on my jump shot. You know what I mean? And I stayed on him about it, and he eventually came. That's how, you know what I mean? I was serious. Like, if I, for instance, say, yo, someone tells me, oh, I want to do a podcast. All right, cool. I'll help you. What you need? All right, you need that? All right, let's meet on this date. Now, say, life, you know what I mean? Like, say something happens and I don't call you at 5 like I was supposed to. If you don't reach out to me, I'm like, all right, well, let's set another date, okay?
Yeah.
So I set the other date. Now, if I don't hear from you before then or that day, I'm all set. You're not serious, because if the day of the day we were supposed to do it, if I wasn't there on time, you weren't like, yo, I'm here.
Yeah, because it's a two-way street.
Yeah, or yo, I'm ready. Yeah, you're not too serious about this. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, there's got to be there's ways to handle that. You know what I mean? Like, life and cool, but you know, don't leave nobody on red. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, yo, this night's gonna work. It's not gonna work like I thought it would. You know, give me a couple of days. I'll come back with another date or something. But to go radio silent is crazy.
Yeah.
Especially when you see him active and doing all these other things. Yeah, I don't want to deviate too much away from the topic. so we touched quickly on like the wealthy and how they go about managing their finances. I think there's a lot of the tide's turning a little bit in terms of the education being more readily available for our community. You have your earn your leisures and those groups that are kind of bringing that information in a digestible way to some of us. They're heavy on financial literacy, and they're heavy on investing and how best to manage money given different situations, whether it's property, stocks, um, things of that nature. And I feel like those are the conversations we need to have more of, because you can't, education is going to be the key to kind of getting a lot of these people out of their own way. For example, you know what I mean? Like I'm no saint by any means. I like to shop, but I also know the bigger picture is to, be better about it.
Yeah.
To get me out of whatever financial situation I might find myself in at that time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because that's where I'm at. Like, you want the nice things, but at the same time, you definitely got to be smart about what you really need, what's more important. Them priorities, man.
Yeah. And so prioritizing certain things is part of that financial liberation. So
Hmm.
I think I guess everybody's priorities change from case to case or whatever it is.
Yeah.
But I think ownership, as opposed to paying, like, you know what I mean? Like ownership of houses, ownership of assets, like
Yeah.
is a thing that we don't look at. You know what I mean? Like, as I think the housing, but other assets as well. Like, trying to, like, some guys like watches. You know what I mean? Like, there's certain watches that hold value.
Mhm.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like that could become an asset. You know what I mean? Like life insurance policies, those are assets. You know what I mean? Like
Hmm.
when people talk that self-worth stuff, a lot of people think it's just flat out money. No, some of it's just assets. Like, okay, he has a life insurance policy for $1 million. So
Hmm.
he is like, that goes towards his net worth. You know what I mean? So we got to start, I think learning net worth will help some people too. Because I
Definitely.
don't think we understand how that works. Land, yeah. Chuck said land also. Yeah, not just the house. Owning land, because if you buy a random piece of land and it's buildable, now if someone wants to build a mall on that land, you just came up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was looking into that before. So it's you can find little plots of land for cheap.
Yeah. But the thing about that is you got to learn the game to find ways to get capital to take advantage of these opportunities.
Mm.
Yeah,
A lot of us have capital to do it, but don't know the first step in how to go about doing it. You
yeah,
know what I mean? Like we got to have those conversations too.
true. I mean, if it's an investment, if you have equity in your home, I'd say do it that way. If
Mm.
you either you're going to buy an investment property or you're going to buy land with it, I'd say do it that way. You know, take out, if you haven't done some stuff to your house with the equity, you want to buy some land, take out a home equity loan and look for some land that's buildable in a good location, because eventually someone's gonna, as much as they be putting stuff up like that,
Hmm.
someone's gonna come knocking on your door like, yo, we want to put a mall here.
Yeah,
How much
definitely.
does it cost us?
Yeah, you
So
don't want to be the guy that says no and they build everything else around you.
yeah. Well, sometimes that
Yeah,
guy,
actually, that sometimes that increases the value of whatever you got going on, because they still want that little piece of fucking land that you got.
Yeah, true.
that is definitely true.
Yeah, I wish Charles Jones would just leave me the fuck alone, though.
Why? What do you mean?
Because he's giving me all these little cues. He just, if he wants to be on the show, he might as well jump on the show.
Oh,
Like, don't direct me.
Oh man. Um, but yeah, in addition to like, you know, the economic piece of the conversation, like there's a class part of it too. And this goes back as far as, you know, the civil rights movement. You know what I mean? They weren't necessarily doing what they did just for finances. They were doing it for, you know, a whole generation of people. You know what I mean? They were the true some of the true freedom fighters trying to you know liberate our communities, working class, disadvantaged, all that stuff, man. Like so many examples of how that has kind of come and gone. And I think, you know, getting away from the financial piece, it's like that's a conversation that needs to be rehad in some instances to let people know like there is real power, you know, when folks kind of come together. You know, a lot of these struggles and ills that, you know, we complain about wouldn't necessarily exist if we would, you know, band together and
Yeah.
for a common goal. You know what I mean? There's always going to be some dissension, but it's like, can we just agree to the bare minimum first? Like, this is wrong. Do we agree or not? You know what I mean? Why not?
I think that part we can like for the most part. I think people can agree on as to what's wrong. I think where we run into a problem is the solution. It's always a million and one chefs in the kitchen to make one meal. You know what I mean?
Everybody wants to be the head guy.
Right? Like, why can't we just ever agree on which way to go to solve those problems? Like, we know what the problem is.
Yeah.
But now, because someone has an idea that you might not think that isn't the same as yours, now you don't want to be part of it because it's not your idea. Like,
Yeah.
or you want to have your own cause. Now it's like, you know what I mean? It's split instead of one accord, which is a big part of the problem.
And then that's when the hate comes in.
Well, the hate only comes in when they see you doing something right and they weren't a part of it.
Well, yeah.
Think about it.
No, you're right. You're right about that. Definitely right about that. What's going on here? Define folks, our community.
Oh yeah, this conversation about our community, Chuck. Only. What's Chuck talking about? Chuck just need to set up his laptop or his phone and get on here. He's doing too much.
Yeah. Look. I'm like, I ain't never seen somebody say he can't be here, but on here as much as he is. He'll be all right.
What about like the is that mental? Is that a mental liberation? What we're talking about right now, or
it could be. You gotta want to do better. And I think a lot of people, and within our community, are comfortable with where they are, no matter how good or bad it is. They find comfort in it, and anytime you try to take someone out of their comfort zone, there's a level of resistance. You know what I mean?
yeah. Now, see the mental liberation, I believe, is where you can try to, you know, pull people along. But again, if they don't want to move,
I think there's a fear in their movement sometimes. I think there's a fear there where it's like they don't want to make a mistake and be worse off and whatnot. And so that's why they don't move. There's a little freeze there, some hesitation on their parts and whatnot. But I don't know. Like they say, you gotta take a leap here somewhere. You gotta take a leap somewhere. Because if not, you're gonna just be right there.
But some people are in a position bad enough that no matter what they do, it's going to be an improvement. So why are you okay with sitting in that? You know what I mean? Like someone trying to help you, you're okay with, you're comfortable. For instance, like those people that have subsidized or Section 8 and it's based on their income, they don't want their rent to go up, and you try to put them onto a better job, like, okay, you're making $13 an hour. I got a job that'll pay you $60 an hour, that like right out the bat. Like, oh no, I don't want my rent to go up. Huh?
Yeah.
Comfort, man.
And they don't understand it being controlled.
Yeah, like,
But
nah.
you're never gonna have anything.
Those people, you can't, like, you've thrown the rope into the water and they don't want to grab it. They'd rather try to swim to shore. Okay, whatever. I tried.
Yeah, it's tough, man. Definitely tough. We good with money before we move on?
Yeah, I'm good with money.
What the hell?
Shout out to Java with Jimmy, man. Shout out to Jimmy, man. So yeah, you know, when it comes to liberation, man, and getting people removed from places they don't want to be, it doesn't just sit with finances. You know what I mean? It isn't just about money by any means. It also includes a lot of other things, and this is where it gets a little dicey with these conversations, because these conversations can sometimes get divisive. But yeah, there's a difference in class and wealth and all that other stuff. However, we also got to include our brothers that are that live a different lifestyle than us. Our brothers and sisters that are, in different communities.
What do you mean, different lifestyle?
We talk about liberation. We talk about being collectively free and able to kind of move in one accord, right? So you got to bring everybody with you in that respect. So, we got to include our brothers and sisters that are in the LGBTQ community. Why not?
Yeah,
there's no reason not to.
Mm-hmm.
Right? But now you think about it, that's a divisive conversation.
You know what's funny? They live a freer life than a lot of people do. At least they, they know who they are.
By whose standards? They might live a totally free conversation. I mean, a free lifestyle, but then they're ostracized by their own people.
So Chuck said, why do y'all love lumping the Black community with the LGBTQ community?
We have Black people in that community.
If someone's Black and gay, are they not part of our community?
Yeah. Let's put the disclaimer out here right now for Chuck.
It's not, LGBT is not a race.
It's definitely not.
There are races within that community. So if there is a Black person in the LGBTQ community, for someone that wants everyone to go, they're included, Chuck.
Mm-hmm.
Got to include them.
You know what I mean? But like, I think to Little's point, I don't know if they're freer than everyone else. Like, but they do. Them, and there's another community I won't mention because we'll definitely get canceled if I mention them. Because look what happened to Kanye and Kyrie behind it. If you say anything derogatory about them, the government will be on your ass. Pause.
Okay, we're doing too much.
No, I'm just saying.
But we need to make it so for our community.
Chuck, their liberation cannot be a totally different conversation. If they're Black and we're talking about our liberation, that means the LGBTQ Black people that are part of us as well.
Yeah, definitely.
They may go through an additional layer of struggle than maybe we do, but they're still going through struggle. They're still looked at as Black and whatever comes with that. You can't take that away. You just can't.
Yeah, it's that, and I think that's where a lot of stuff happens. Like, people start looking at them as more of a race than I guess a community or whatever, which is not the case. Like, you know what I mean? So I don't know, but they definitely deserve whatever liberation we get
Yeah.
Brothers and sisters in that community deserve it as well.
So now, if we say that they deserve it, because I agree that they do, how do we make sure that they get it? You know what I mean? Like, look at it like this. We all band together and we're like on one accord and we're doing what we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Why wouldn't we bring them with us? And I hate to say it like that because that's not the intention, but like, you know, they're going through very similar struggles.
Mm.
Chuck is wrong.
Absolutely. He's
he
totally
is.
wrong.
I think he needs to sit down with the LGBT community and have a little conference, and that way they can kind of inform him on what it really is.
Right.
Yeah, I think we should set that up.
So what it sounds like is Chuck seems to think, and you know, he's going to chime in with his comment in a minute, but Chuck seems to think that because of their orientation, they are exempt from racism. They are exempt from redlining. They're exempt from.
They get
racial
more
profiling.
racism than we do.
You know what I mean? Like,
in a sense.
Who you lay down in bed with don't change what you have to deal with in these streets.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
You know what I mean? You're not getting a loan any different.
Mm.
You walk into the bank like anyone else that's black.
Right. Before you write anything on that, before you fill out any of that application, you are black first and foremost.
Yeah, there's no preferential treatment. Now, if you got money, sure, that changes things. But as a whole, nah.
No.
Not at all.
Well, I don't know. You know, we're gonna be in for our next meeting.
But see, this is just another example of getting on the same page. Like, that's a very, very simple thing. And it seems like within our community, there's challenges with that conversation.
Yeah.
I don't think it's necessary, but that's the reality.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right, James. It's not racist. It's discrimination. That's basically what it is. You're right.
So, like, to this point with Chuck, I have gay family members, right? So that means if the black community gets liberated, my family members aren't a part of that. They can't have that. That's total bullshit. That makes no sense at all. They are black first and foremost, and then they are gay or trans or bi or whatever part of the LGBTQ they are.
Mm.
Simple as that.
And they'll tell you that themselves. You know what I mean? So
yeah, I think once we get on one accord with that, that'll mend a lot of dissension within our own community. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not sure. I don't even know where it started that we got to this point where, you know, we're looking at our brothers and sisters in those communities as outsiders.
Different. Mm.
Yeah. I mean,
but like Chuck said, man, we'll follow up on Wednesday, man. I'm sure he got a lot to say, and I'll be here for that one too.
And I hate to throw this word around, but a lot of it, and I'm not accusing Chuck of this at all, but I think a lot of that stigma or whatever it is that's having us separate them from our whole race is homophobic. That word's thrown around a lot and very loosely, but people often dissociate them from us because they're looking at them as
a threat.
Threat or less than or ashamed. You know what I mean? Like, which love who you love, man. Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we have jokes. I joke all the time. You know what I mean? The SpongeBob rainbow meme. the rainbow freaking emoji when something.
Yeah, we definitely do joke around because I definitely was going to come in with the Richard Simmons shirt today. It just didn't come in early enough. But you know.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, so, I mean, it's jokes or whatever. It's not meant to be hurtful or whatever.
Yeah.
They are part of us. Like, they are Black people, just like we are.
James, will you be joining us on Wednesday night? We'll definitely invite you on.
On IG.
Yeah. Let them know what you're talking about, man.
Oh yeah. I guess we'll be having a Wednesday night live this Wednesday, 7 o'clock on our IG channel. You can definitely jump in. We, in the comments. We'll probably even add you on to the show here and there. Anybody that's interested, jump on. We'll rotate you guys. Pause. And hey, listen. Can't y'all just grow the fuck up?
That's you.
Nice.
You said pause first.
I didn't say anything.
Oh, it was Payne. I'm sorry. See, Payne, you always get me in some fucking type of trouble.
Yeah, we gotta get Jimmy on the line on Wednesday, man, for sure.
No,
I'll get with him offline and set him up and let him know what we do.
Yeah, definitely. I watch his show. I get the alerts every morning and whatnot. So I jump in there every now and then. Oh, God.
So
I'm not saying pause, okay?
Yeah, we gotta leave that word in 2025, man.
Some shit be crazy. Like Fat Joe is out of control. He stresses Jadakiss out every show. But we ain't even gonna get into that.
Oh my goodness.
But so is that part of emotional liberation once we are able to freely include our brothers and sisters in the LGBT, like, would that be emotional liberation for them or us? Or
to be
both?
accepted? Hell yeah.
To be accepted? Yeah, definitely.
Hell yeah.
Would it be for us as well?
I imagine there's got to be a little bit of weight on those that feel a certain way about that group of people.
Mm-hmm.
So I imagine it would be somewhat freeing as well. I just think there is a negative, because there's been some negative connotation towards it, is where people don't.
Since the very beginning, us growing up, it was looked at as a negative.
Yeah, and it's been passed down. And
yeah. And it's starting to ease up now, because I think it's being more accepted, and whatnot. Especially, I definitely think it's more accepted now than it was, in this, the 80s and early 90s and stuff like that. But yeah, we definitely need that.
That's the thing. Like, if you think about it, and it's not to single you out, but when you think about it in that context of it finally being accepted now, it's like, who are we to say it was never?
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
It's crazy because because I'm a '70s baby, so I remember when they were beating up guys and whatnot back in the streets back in the days. Like that shit was crazy.
For what? You know what I mean?
It's just a preference of who you sleep with. Like that shit was crazy to me.
Yeah. You spoke, but let me just put this disclaimer or disclosure out there for anybody that I know, family, friends, or whatever. If you are gay and you are in the closet, because I know that's a lot to deal with, I accept you. I don't see anything wrong with it.
Definitely do.
If you need to come out to somebody, you need that freaking weight lifted off of you, I'm here. Like, I look at you no different than I always have. You know what I mean? So,
safe space over here, man, for sure.
And it's crazy. Some of them don't even realize that we know that they've that way, and it's just like, come on, man. Like I've always accepted.
I'm like, a couple people told me, like, and I'm like,
but I knew this already.
So,
duh.
What's wrong with that?
Listen, we went to school with cast that were different than us.
Yeah.
And I don't think, I mean, speaking for myself, I don't think I knew what that was or what it was defined as. I just knew, just knew he was into something else.
Yeah.
I wasn't poking fun. I wasn't that kid anyway, but like,
Yeah.
I just knew he was into some other stuff. And that was it. I knew who he was, and I just knew he was.
Boy, pause
different
is
than what I was
really.
into.
Yeah, James said, I submit the assertion of acceptance can be overwhelming for some depending on how or what's being done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Presumably we're talking about dudes that are out. What about the dudes that are DL? And we just said safe space over here. You know what I mean? Like, if you need to come out to somebody, like, you know what I mean?
Well, I think there's a difference. The guys that are on, and this is just my perception, right? I think the guys that are on the down low are guys that are struggling with acceptance because they might have one time in their lives been that guy to bash and talk down to, those other guys.
Yeah.
To come back and now you're, you see what the enjoyment is, right?
Yeah.
Not that I don't mean it in that respect, but you see what I mean.
Yeah.
And there's a pride in that where it's like you don't want to come across as hypocrite or
hypocritical.
Whatever the adjectives are when describing members of the community. It's like it is what it is. But if that's people change their mind every day.
Yeah, and I think a lot of
you can still wear your Timbs. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah, that's where I was going with it. Like, I think a lot of these dudes are scared. Like, oh, if I come out as gay, now I gotta act effeminate or you know what I mean? Like, be sassy or whatever it is. So it's that's not the case. You can still be yourself. You just prefer men to women. You know what I mean? So, like, I don't get that. You can still be yourself. It's just your preference. You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is.
Did your screen just change, homie?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on right now.
Okay.
We've gotten so far removed from what it is to love oneself that it's been bleeding off into looking down on others to a degree. You know what I mean? It's like if that's what you're doing, that's what you're doing. That's your business. That's your life. Like, who am I to come in and say anything different?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? That's just my reality.
Hey. Well.
Yeah, we'll continue this on Wednesday. For those that want to be part of the conversation, man, we do an IG live on Wednesdays. What schedules permit, of course, and sometimes they're one-offs, sometimes they're extensions of our Friday night shows. So, from the looks of the comments, we will be having a Wednesday night live.
I think Chuck has a lot to say, and he has a lot of understanding that
he has a lot of misunderstanding.
We're
gonna expose it on Wednesday.
We're gonna expose him on Wednesday, huh?
Not him, but his misunderstanding.
Hey, I was about to say he about to go wild on that one.
The miseducation of Charlie Russell.
Hey.
But in closing, man, before we do the extension and the maritime, I think we all can agree in terms of, what it means to be liberated in these instances is, economic access matters. We gotta understand how to move better with money. If you have that information, pass it down to the next man. The more we know, the better we'll be financially. It goes back to the black dollar in the community and all that stuff. You know what I mean? It got to start somewhere. Identity and intersectionality cannot be ignored. You know, they're our brothers and sisters. We gotta bring them along with us.
Definitely.
And we gotta always advocate for the less privileged, man. They don't have maybe the confidence or the leg to stand on to speak up for themselves. Those are the ones we gotta look at maybe just a little bit more closely, because those are the ones that are mostly at risk. You know?
Yeah. I'm gonna have to take Chuck out to P-Town one of these days. Like I really enjoyed myself out in P-Town. I'm gonna have to take him out there one of these summers. Let him see what other shit.
What the hell is P-Town?
Provincetown.
Provincetown. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Listen, all I know is that, in my experience anyway, members of that community have a good time.
Yeah.
Period.
No,
they
they
love
definitely
everything. They love everybody. It's always positive vibes.
Yeah.
And imagine if, you know, us straight.
Yo, Jimmy, cut it out, Jimmy. Yo, and the crazy thing about P-Town, I found it off the Phantom Gourmet. There was a restaurant off the shore. You know, it was a boat, and I was like, "Oh, I'm going there." And then I seen it, and I was like, "Oh, they told me not to go there." Like growing up early, don't. But you know, I'm like, I'm comfortable with myself, so it's like I don't give a fuck. I'm going there. Went there, had a great time. Lot of art little spots out there. I mean, it was just different. It was different, but it was just cool. You know, I like I said, I enjoyed myself. So hey, fuck it. It is what it is.
You know, one of my closest friends, you know, her dad just passed.
Mm-hmm.
I had to go support her, and you know, her dad was a good dude, man. I met him and met her mom. Like, why, you know, it's instances like that where it's like, if I was to not be a fan of that community, is it just like F her and her family? Because, you know what I mean? Like, nah, life goes on, man. Like, we all got to live this life in the best we can. Like, why add more pressure to it? You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm not gonna add more pressure to someone else's way of life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm already dealing with enough.
Yeah.
Amen.
Yeah, and Jimmy said, "Yo, as straight dudes, us talking about this added to his mental liberation." You know what I mean? Which is dope. You know what I mean?
That's what it's all about, man.
That's all it is, man. Like listen, a lot of my friends in the cooking industry are gay, so it's like whatever. I've been BU catering for 26 years, so it's like, hey, I have no prejudice against anyone. Nah, I'm cool. You know.
So yeah, we'll continue this on Wednesday, man. Any parting shots before Little gets us out of here?
Just shout out to everybody that's willing to listen, because it's not just about financial accessibility, it's about informational accessibility as well. So stop gatekeeping it on certain shit, y'all, and pass it down to certain people that need to hear it, because you never know. Someone might need to, like, on Sunday mornings at Ripley Road, I was talking about credit, and I didn't think these younger dudes wanted to talk about it, and some of them were talking about it. I gave them some tips on how to boost their credit score and stuff like that. So you never know who needs it or who wants to hear it. So stop gatekeeping.
Yeah, definitely. I actually, anybody out there that knows a lot about stocks, I'm planning on trying to jump into some stuff in the next coming weeks. So, you know, hit me up if anything. You know, it is what it is.
And just be good to your neighbor, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Your neighbor could be part of a different community.
Yeah.
And hearing and seeing how you move a certain way, how they gonna feel around you?
Chuck, you can get free apple pies if you was act correctly. Freshly baked apple pies. Just act correctly, Chuck.
God.
Shout out to Hustle, man. Shout out the main topic. Episode 189. Black
In-
Liberation. Little, get us out of here, man.
It's like looking in a mirror, only not.
It's mirror time with my man Sam Little, aka Mr. Mirror Time.
Mirror, mirror on the wall. Who is the tyrant of the ball? There was a rumble double. 5 minutes it lasted. The mirror said, "You are you conceited bastard."
Today's mirror time is if I wait for someone else to validate my existence, then I'm shortcoming myself, my nigga.
Let the church say amen.
Hey, you know, good show, great topic. You know, I felt everybody did well. Chuck, especially. Thank you for directing us.
You directing you.
Right.
Like, look up. Talk a little bit more. Man, you get the fuck out of here. Like, I'm listening, I'm learning too. Fuck.
100%. Yeah, man. Thanks for tuning in. You guys have a safe and eventful weekend. It's supposed to be nice outside. Y'all be cool. Like y'all be cool.
We'll see y'all next Friday.
Damn, we went out of here with less energy than we started.
I'm tired, man.